And now, the show you've been waiting for. From Channels TV's global headquarters, it's The Other News. And here's your host, Okey Bakassi.
And I welcome. Yeah, there's no debate. The Other News is the show politicians just can't take their eyes off of. But get set for the amusement park that is tonight's show. My guest is the only comedian that came to Yemi Alade's rescue when she was looking for her journey. Ladies and gentlemen, you know who I'm talking about. Bovi is in the building. Make some noise. All right, later on, we'll beam our spotlight on our correspondent, Dan and SLK, so we can know and, find out what is that thing that is disturbing them today. All that and more, but first, as always, is the Other News headlines. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo, after yet another damning letter to President Buhari, launched a fresh attack on BBC Yoruba, saying Buhari, in quote, Buhari is sick in his body, soul, and mind. Kai, see insult. Thank God the illness was not contagious enough to prevent Baba Shege from shaking hands and smiling for the camera. Maybe you can't contract what you already have. Well, in response to statements made by Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, the presidency has revealed that the former president needs a good doctor. Knowing OBJ, he must have asked them at the presidency to give him the number of Buhari's doctor in London. Chief. The Nigerian Senate adjourned plenary this week for lack of quorum, as only 10 senators were in attendance. The lack of attendance is rumored to be caused by the upcoming elections. Nigeria. Well, this one that's boo-boo missed debate. Senators are missing plenary because of election. I hope some percentage will be missing from their salary as well. A man has been sentenced to death for hacking his neighbor to death over generator fumes. Wow. Well, according to reports, he was high on the smell of the bad situation of electricity in Nigeria. So sad. Give us light, Mba. Now all these dark things are happening in this country. Well, going into the presidential debate, I think this man spoke for all Nigerians when he asked all the candidates this question.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Oh yeah, PDP candidate, answer the question. You don't say. And now let's listen to the brilliant response to this critical question by the APC candidates. I couldn't have said it better myself. Really? What more is there to say? Okay. Is there maybe anyone else who can help them with this question? Maybe one of the people who were present.
The reason they are not here, there are two reasons. One is arrogance. They believe that the people of Nigeria have no voice and no choice. That you will always come back to them. The second reason they are not here is because they cannot answer the questions.
Does anyone have a different answer?
Pride always comes before a fall. And every time you believe that you have no need to tell the people what it is that you're going to do, it means that you are not there to serve them in the first case.
Antiobi, do you have anything to say?
They have just simply announced their exit.
Well, then again, the answer to why these candidates were missing in action could be rooted in Nigerian history. In 1999, former president and current letter writer skipped the debate. He won the election. In 2003, Obasanjo debated OBJ, Baba Shege, and Baba Yabo. He defeated himself and won the election. In 2007, Patotomi and one Muhammadu Buhari debated. Omar Yar'Adua won the election, despite using the debate to catch cool breeze. In 2011, Shekarau, Nuhu Ribadu, and Bubu debated, but lost because winning takes some luck. In this case, some good luck. In 2015, Bubu was missing at the debate, but he now resides in Aso Rock. That's whenever rats don't chase him away. So, who debate talk help for this Niger? Who? That's how the event turned into what one could call the 2019 presidential debate under 60 edition, aka Find Candidates, No Wrinkles. Or the 2019 presidential debate, Third Force Alumni Edition. This life safe. Anyway, so APC and PDP running away aside, can we take a moment to acknowledge how awkward this moment must have been for these former pact associates?
We believe in this nation, and we know we'll get there.
So awkward, in fact, that Professor Moalo was chewing mouth. What a beautiful reunion.
And Antioch decided to withdraw. Imagine.
Anyway, while some people were feeling too big to debate, I won't mention names, some others that showed up were making all of us look forward to the day when Nigeria will have leaders that show up. A day when Nigeria will have leaders that can present clear agenda for the progress of Nigeria. Leaders that can hold hands with the opposition for the sake of a better Nigeria. Who knows? As we collect our PVCs and go out to vote, that day might come in 2019, hopefully. One day, this hope that we are all hoping shall become a reality. But until that time, let us do our civic responsibility. Contrary to popular opinion, uncollected PVCs might not be the only factor that could stop people from voting in the upcoming 2019 elections. Our voter psychology correspondent is standing by to tell us more. Over to you, SLK.
The elections are only a few weeks away, and incidents like this
We've been experiencing progressive growth.
seem to have pushed the I can't come and kill myself neuron. I can't come and kill myself neuron located underneath the brain of every Nigerian. They pushed it a bit, and sometimes you just wonder why. Why? Let's find out. Hi guys. Hi. How you guys doing? Let me first of all share this. So, do you think you have that somewhere in your brain?
Yeah.
The I can't come and kill myself neuron.
Yeah. It is. In fact, I think this neuron should have been the bigger one, then the brain should be here. But that's a joke. My brain is big, very big. It's the whole of my brain. It's the whole of my brain. I believe the center should be bigger.
These elections, we've started seeing some form of violence, and do you think this nerve will be pushed, or this button will be pushed to your brain to stop you from going to the polls?
If they can choke someone like a OMC, who am I? Because I'm horrified, petrified, terrified. I'm afraid.
You're afraid, Seth.
I'm afraid.
I'm indifferent about this election matter.
So you don't have a fear for violence, you just have a fear for the electoral process?
I have a tiny bit of a fear for violence.
Give me my brain. Thank you.
So you gave me your brain before.
What will make you say, okay, I don't care about the violence, I would go and cast my vote?
If there is a process that can make us vote online from the comfort of our homes, where it's safer, I think that would encourage more Nigerians to participate in the voting process.
So you prefer to just vote online? Like,
yes, now that's why you will notice that Big Brother, they have enough voters.
So yeah, people participate in voting for Big Brother because it's very important. It's the one that will really save us.
Yeah, and it's safer.
I object. If we do it online, it can be manipulated still.
In the next 20 to 50 years, we are going to be doing that election online.
Can you see the future?
We've made our point. Half of us think that we'll still vote. It's just that we don't trust the process. The process. The other half don't want to vote at all.
Yeah.
Because of the violence. Thank you very much for coming. What are the things the government needs to set up, security-wise, so that the people can have confidence to say they should come out and vote?
Would not be to the government, but to the voters themselves.
The electorate. Okay.
The electorate should be able to identify what are the things I need to do before election, what are the things I should do on the election day, and what are the things I should not do. If they're able to answer those 3 questions are what will keep themselves. And then I cannot come and kill myself will not come in. One of the few tips I would give, one basically is that the electorate should avoid discussing politicians. And they should also avoid crowd. The crowd I'm talking about are those political crowd that you move out, you see people cluster, you don't know what they are talking about, you move in and then start arguing.
That sounds like a typical Nigerian bus stop where they line.
Basically, it happens because if you notice, like the example you gave now, when you go out for rallies, 2 things are involved in rallies. One, they are going to get something. The second one that is involved is that they are going to support their candidate. For those who are going to get something, if they don't get it, they'll ignite the whole place. And that's exactly what happened in the other time that they stabbed somebody.
So Nigerians, you've heard from the horse's mouth, the security officer's mouth. You can turn off this button now. The I can't come and kill myself button. You can turn it off because it's going to be safe. No one, no political aspirant, no political thug should stop you from performing your civic duty. Go out and vote. And maybe sometime in the future, we can activate the online voting system. And hopefully no political thug will enter our laptops and cause any form of violence. So for now, we are done with this. You can go and vote.
Yeah. My guest tonight is a writer, actor, and to top it all, one of Nigeria's most loved comedians. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcome the one, the only Bovi is in the building. You're welcome, bro.
Thank you.
Good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. When did you realize that you were very, very funny? And when you realized, did you call a family meeting to say, guys, Eureka, I found it?
I don't think there was a moment I realized any of that. But if there's anything I realized the most is the day I knew what to study in university to become an actor. Because that was what I asked my mom. You know, I said, those who star in movies, what do they study in school? I was 15. And she said, it's theaters, but it's a useless course.
Woo.
You will not study it. So that was the day I made up my mind I was going to study theater. Over time...
So you've been very stubborn from 15.
Well...
Your mom said, don't do it. You did it.
I grew up watching TV. Okay. So I've known from the beginning
you just knew that's my destination.
This is
already.
me. Yes. I used to watch the white ashes. I used to watch those red binary lines. Those multicolored lines.
All right. So you wrote, you produced, and starred in Extended Family.
Right.
Let me say that's the job that gave you your career break, if I'm right. How did you go from 0 to 100 so fast in your career?
It wasn't so fast. It wasn't so fast, but I wanted to star in movies. I wanted to be on TV. When I moved to Lagos, I lived with my uncle for a while, and that was where I discovered motivational books. So all the books I was reading, there was a recurring theme in them. Just do it. Just brave it. Just go out there.
One of the things that you're good at doing with your comedy is you have a way of, yabbing people, and even they themselves will laugh at themselves.
Right.
Yeah, I know you do that very well. In the course of your career, have you yabbed any powerful person that has landed you in trouble?
I haven't yapped anybody that has landed me in trouble, but I have yapped people that I wished I did not because it didn't come out right. It didn't come out right.
I know how that can feel sometimes.
Right.
Okay, guys, don't go anywhere. We're just starting this interview. But we are going to still drop in to know what is troubling Dan D Humorous. And it's still the other news. We'll continue. Dan the Angry, Dan the Humorous prepares to unleash. My conversation with Mr. Bovi continues. Bovi, the vice presidential debate and the presidential debates, what's your take? Let's talk politics now. You know we are not afraid of anybody here. You have to say your mind. Drink something.
When I saw the vice presidential debate, I was like, okay, I think I could make a very good vice presidential candidate, to be honest. Yeah. For the presidential debate, I mean, it was an anti-climax because the two lead actors were not present. So for me, it took away the juice. But basically, it showed what the future should hold for our political space. Yeah. That's it for me.
You're a man from Delta State, and what is it about Warri people and comedy? How come they have produced too many comedians from Warri? And even being from Delta, you should know a thing or two.
Well, before I say that, allow me to, I say it at every forum I have the opportunity to speak. You are one of my mentors.
Oh.
You are one of the people.
Thank you. I will take it coming from a man as talented as you. I will take that as a compliment.
I saw you on TV and I was like, this is who I want to be. You get? So, Warri is a melting pot. Warri is one of the few places left in Nigeria where if you are born there and raised there, people cannot tell your tribe simply because of the language, which is Pidgin English. When you see an Igbo man in Hausa land, you can tell from his accent. But when you see an Igbo man that was born in Warri and raised there, unless he tells you he's Igbo, you would not know, for example. True. So Warri, I think Warri was a community back in the days growing up, right? For many people, not even from our generation, the generations before us. It's where when you come in, you are accepted.
So it kind of gives you an identity, irrespective of which any ethnic group that you belong
irrespective
to.
Of your cultural background.
It just gives
you an identity.
And you can just take it and run with it.
Yes, it was very communal. People's doors were open. People's parents will correct you. Back in the day, you know, so...
Well, anyway, in some ways, most of the urban centers were like that in those days.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was, because it's a melting pot, that's why people could make jokes out of, oh, this is how Yoruba people eat, this is how Igbo people dance, you know, it was a melting pot, basically.
What do you think the role of entertainers should be, seeing our current political situation?
I think entertainers should speak up on issues they understand. That's the first and foremost important
and
thing.
Stay away from the one you don't know.
Right. If you are not in depth in something,
leave it.
Don't talk. Or else you look stupid. Yeah. You know. So for me, it's about speaking up about what you know, what you understand deeply. Secondly, it's about choosing when to speak about it. If your job is to entertain, entertain. If your job is not to create policies, don't talk about the policies. You know, we have people who have been in entertainment who have been in politics as well. Ben Bruce, for example. Ben Bruce is a senator and he tweets what he thinks is wrong with the system. He criticizes the system he's part of. But people still criticize him regardless, you know. So as an entertainer, I think you should do what you connect with, speak up on issues that really affect the society in a way you don't like, but you must understand it.
Those issues.
In and out,
I think that makes sense. That makes sense. Now, having said that, if you had an opportunity to solve one major Nigerian problem, what would that problem be?
Light. I didn't have to think.
Yeah, nobody thinks about it. It's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Light.
Let us do something more fun before I let you go.
Oh, yeah,
this is some trivia game that I would like to play.
All right.
So I just call out the name. You tell me any word that comes to your head immediately. That you know what I mean, right? All right. So we'll start. Comedy.
Interesting.
Nigeria.
Dramatic.
Corruption.
Nigerian.
Debates.
Boring.
Election.
Rigged.
Umbrella.
PDP.
Broom.
APC.
Third force.
We.
Maze.
Snatch.
National Assembly. Nothing to even say about it. Thank you very much, Bovi.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, it's the other news. Don't go anywhere. This is where phone lives. A political ideology is a coherent set of views on politics and the role of the government. Nigeria has many political parties, But do these parties have a political ideology? For more on this, we turn to our infuriated political analyst, Dan the Humorous. Over to you, Dan.
My brother, if not for the intervention of the producer of this show, I would have brought pajamas and pillow.
Yo.
Because I'm tired. Okay, I'm tired. And I want to sleep. Because when they say ideology, if you open the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary, it says an ideology is a set of ideas that an economic or political system is based on. Now, based on those political ideas, as it were, when you see some parties, especially abroad, that they say is a lot normal than we here, you see that you hear right, left, far right, far left. Yes. You understand? In between left, in between right, far right, far left. But in Nigeria here, what we have is a utility system where somebody can be far right today, can then be left back tomorrow, then do full frontal midfield next tomorrow, then next week do attack, then if he doesn't win the election, he now go back to goalkeeping. You understand? Everything is totally disorganized. But I begin to wonder, how did we get there? Or how did we get here, rather? Could it be that since when the 1993 election was annulled, not only the election was annulled, ideologies were annulled, ethnic and tribal liberation was annulled, common sense in politics was annulled, every normal thing was annulled. Because now, in fact, the one that is even giving me problem, okay, is the pendulum effect we are having in our political system. If you are the type that is following the pendulum, this thing, your eye will be turning you. By now, you'll be dizzy. Which is why I wanted to bring my pajamas and pillow here to sleep. Because my eye is turning me. One politician will move here, then move here, then remove again to here, then move into political parties anyhow. Some politicians since 1999, okay, 20 years of political system, they've been to 15 parties. Average of one party per year. And the amazing thing is that somebody will be in this party, demonize the other party. Then he will defect to that party and now angelize the party that he previously demonized. And now demonize the party where he was daring, or as lawyers will say, ab initio. He will now ab initio deny that party. And I keep asking, how did we get here? Forget about 2019, it's gone. Let's begin to look at 2023 in that regard. In terms of ideology, let everybody in a political conglomerate or gathering or conclave, they speak grammar, let them believe in something. Even if it's one party to say, look, we believe in water, free water for everybody. There'll be bad road, but you will drink clean water. We know that you stand for water. Let other people come and say, we believe in free education, but no hospital for you. You people will die, but free education for your children. We know that you believe in something and not just doing the whole thing, making it look like a popularity contest. Help me and do the chief for today.
Yes, our political parties lack ideology, maybe because politicians don't have any idea what they are doing or where next they will be. All right. Well, unfortunately, that's our show for today. As always, it has been my pleasure hosting you. You can be a part of our wonderful live audience by calling the numbers on your screen. And be sure to follow us at the Other News CTV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube. Our people say a clever king is the brother of peace. Till next time, my name is Okey.